the Grey Man does whatever a Grey Man can. Can he make a comic feed? Yes, he can. He just did. Watch now, a video from Grey Man. A video from Grey Man.
Hey, it's Bloggy time. Woo! Day 70 something. 15th of April, is it? I don't know. Because Bloggy time is quarantine time at the moment. And, yeah, you lose track of time, don't you, in these times. Right, I'm going to go through box 26 today. I think I'm going to go for the whole box. Sod it. I'm going to go for the whole box. Because it's not a full box. Because this is one that I've just recently created. And I've been using it for my Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. My Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane. And my Superboy comics. Old Superboy comics. Not the one that was Connor Kent. So that's my oldest Jimmy Olsen, number 71. I won't give you reads through today, I don't think. I'll try not to anyway. You can see I've got a big lump at the bottom of it. I think this might have been the first one I bought, actually, Jimmy Olsen. I was going in the 50p bin because it had a big tear in the bottom. And I was like, yeah, I'll give that a try. And it's like, good fun stuff. Is Jimmy Olsen been replaced by a robot? Or he's been given a robot brain or something? There, Jimmy, I've given you a computer brain like mine. Now use it to protect against our greatest enemy, Superman. Sure, Brainiac, I'll summon him with my signal watch. My mechanical brain has devised a way to kill him. Absolute gold. Well, it's silver, but you know, it's still gold. Yeah, this is another one of the early ones that I bought. And it's like, it's a giant-sized, 80-page giant. And it focuses on a lot of his dressing up as different things. And if you just look at the bottom corner, as I look at it, bottom left corner as you look at it, Jimmy plays a gangster's mole. And there's one point where this gangster wants a kiss goodnight from his gangster's mole. And I won't tell you how he got around it. Let's just say that the gangster got his kiss goodnight. Whether it was Jimmy that did it, or you'd have to read it yourself to see. Jimmy Olsen's Greatest Masquerade and his pal Superman. Underworld Triggerman, Rock and Roll Star, Mobster's Mole, Texas Millionaire. DC presents Jimmy Olsen's star impersonations from his Disguise collection. I love the rock and roll one as well. It was like the Beatles or something like that. It was alright thinking, it was like a history lesson, you know? It's a real kind of old school. This one I saw and I just couldn't resist. I saw it at London Comic Mart. This one is just absolutely amazing. It's the best, one of the best covers in the world. I just saw this and I just could not resist it. Superman, this joke has gone far enough. I don't want to marry a female King Kong. Sorry, Jimmy, but as local witch doctor, I now pronounce you man and wife. Oh dear. If it wasn't hard enough getting away from having to kiss a gangster goodnight, what's he going to do with a female King Kong there? I'm not sure if he's going to measure up to female King Kong's expectations. I don't know. Let's not go there. How can I tell my best pal Jimmy that his marriage to Lois Lane's sister will end my super career? Featuring the weirdo wedding of Jimmy Olsen. This is 100, I think, yeah. Jimmy Olsen 100. Go-go checks included. If it's got go-go checks, that's the guarantee of goodness as far as I'm concerned. This is another one that I like. This is Superman being a dick. Superman being a dick. Superman, stop this crazy test. Let us share that water or we die. Sorry, Jimmy, the ground rules allow only one survivor. You or Aquaman. Look at the skeletons behind him of people who've you know, died of thirst in the desert. Superman, you could be a prize tosser sometimes, certainly in the Silver Age anyway. I got the feeling this one might have been in a giant as well, because the story was familiar. I don't know though, maybe, I can't remember now. Who needs you, Superman? This live wire can't even tickle me. I have 9 lives. The reckless kid, he's already used up 8. If he touches that wire, he's a goner. Yeah. He's quite an impetuous fellow, old Jimmy Olsen. This is my birthday book, September 1969. This is number 123. Jimmy will live in that cage for 1 year to pay for a terrible deed I did. Make him come out, Superman. He's my son. Sorry, Mr. Olsen, but he's vowed to take your punishment. Yeah. A silly story. A very silly story. But, you know, good fun. This was the father he didn't even know he had. He suddenly discovered him and he was locked in the prison for something that he did. Self-imposed imprisonment. And Jimmy vowed to take his punishment for him. Very silly. What terrible souvenirs to bring back to Earth. The moon rocks that killed my pal Superman. Featuring The Riddle of Kryptonite Plus. I thought I had this one. Someone picked this up recently in the community. I can't remember who it was now. Was it Comic in 84? Oh, it might have been. Somebody picked this up. I remember them saying they like the fact that Jimmy looks like a cross between the Jolly Green Giant and the Incredible Hulk in this one. Which he sure does. Not even Superman can stop the giant, Jimmy. Jimmy Olsen, the DN alien. And I think this is the Kirby era of Jimmy Olsen when he started bringing in the Apocalypse, Dark Side and all that. Don't be chicken, read all about Doomsday. Everybody's in this one. It's a blast. The big boom. And there's like, you got art imposed with a real photograph by the looks of it. That's what it looks like to me anyway. Kirby's Fourth World of Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. To my dear friend Attila the Hun, Don Rickles. Are you ready for defoilance in your succotash? Are you ready for... Oh, I can't read it because there's a bloody price tag over it. But it's got this comedian guy, Don Rickles, apparently the king of the put down or something like that. I did watch a bit of his comedy, one of his roasts that he did. Here's another giant. Is it 80 or 100? I can't... it just says giant. I can't see if it says 80 pages or 100 pages. But it's big. The world of doomed Olsens. The dynamic duo of Kandor and Superman Olsen fugitives. Those are the stories in that awesome issue. And I get a feeling, I can't remember, I'm sure this 139, and it says continued in the next issue, and when it gets to the next issue, it's not continued. I think they sort of threw in maybe they was a bit late getting printed up that month or something, so they threw out a blinking reprint issue, and so you didn't actually get the continuation of the story in 139. I think that was the case. Here's the one that I've just recently read. Got the covers detached, but you know these comics, they're quite expensive, so I'm more than happy to get them in low grade. If I can get them in nice grade for a good price, then yeah, fair enough. But if it's just like, you know, this has got no, you know, the cover's loose, whatever, it's popped at a staple, centrefold's popped out, whatever, you know, as long as I can get the bloody comic, I'm happy. This was right, we'll get on to my Lois Lane ones now. This is my earliest Lois Lane. These go for big money, some of these. I was quite shocked that they were as collected and collectible as they were, to be honest. Yeah, here's one that I saw Shebab show on a recent video. That's the wrong way around, actually. Never mind, I'll leave it as it is for now. I love this one. This one was crazy. Lois Lane as a South American dictator. Lois, please, show mercy. Don't make me execute an innocent man. You'll do as I command, Superman. Fire to kill. Featuring Lois Lane's strangest role, the Lady Dictator. Absolutely crazy. It's just like, you think it's like they're in a pub like after work and say, what can we make Lois do this week? Why don't we make her a South American dictator? Oh yeah, that's a good idea. It's like they're daring each other to come up with the craziest story that they possibly can. I reckon that's what they did. And this one's just awesome, the way she's tearing the word girlfriend out of the title, so because it doesn't say Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane anymore. I love her fashion as well. I can't say I'm really into fashion. I'm a completely anti, but I just like her looks. She always has such a good look. And I love the way her skirt is flowing now. I think it's a dress actually. It's a one piece, it's a dress, isn't it? But it looks really, good, lovely legs on her, nice kinky boots. She's muy beautiful. I don't know why I suddenly went a bit Spanish there. This one is some Silver Age madness. She gets turned into a horse. She falls in love with a horse, or who happens to be a man sometimes. It's Comet, Supergirl's horse. They end up meeting up, falling. There's all kinds of. Let's just say it's the kind of thing that you'd expect to read in a some fan fiction, some very adult fan fiction. Or the basis for it anyway. Obviously, they don't go there in the comic, but you just kind of think, yeah, okay. This is another good one. Laurie Lamaris, Luma Line, and Light Lerrell, all girls I loved, and all with initials LL. Lois, I must go to them. No, Superman, they belong in your past. I'm the LL in your present. Stay with me. Featuring the 3 super sirens. Poor old Lois. Superman won't marry her because he's worried about her being hurt by his enemies. And, she's always got to fend off other suitors for his love as well. Ah, dear. Mind you, if you were Superman, you had a choice, you'd sow your seeds wherever you could. No, he wouldn't, because he's a good boy. He wouldn't do such a thing, and neither would I. Anyway, Superman, Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane. Oh, this is a giant one. With loads of different stories, There's lots of good stories in this one. The typical crazy Silver Age madness. The newspapers tell you the tales of what's going on in the different stories. Again, she's got a nice green number on there. Good haircut. Yeah. Right. This is another good one. Lois, you must give up your Indian papoose now for your own safety. Never! He's my baby! Yeah. There was the famous one where she goes black for a day. She becomes black. She has a process done on her so she can experience stuff from black people's perspective kind of thing for a news story or something. And this is kind of like the Native American version of that, I would say. I think they're ham-fisted and they're not too sophisticated in their attempts. I think that's still a good thing that they did, to be honest. To try and bring in characters of other ethnicities and, tell their story a bit, Right, this is an awesome cover, this one. For one, bondage as well, if you want to go there. The Miniature Justice League. Miniature Justice League are tying up Lois Lane like the Lilliputians, and she's from is it Jonathan Swift who did what is that one called? Gulliver's Travels. She's like the giant Gulliver in the land of Lilliput, but it's the JLA. Quality one, and this one's quality as well. Again, she's wearing a beautiful purpley pink number, hot pants. Woohoo! Hey, I've lost Superman. He's turning into a tree. Absolute class. I think Shebab says this is one of her favourites as well. I mentioned it to her, and it's a good story. Superman's turning into a tree. And look at the look on his face. To me, that's like, whoa, that's horror. Existential dread. Okay, and this is another one. Love you, Superman. After what's happened to me, I'll never fall in love again. And she's wearing some nifty 60s kind of frayed jacket on there. Sort of like waistcoat jacket. Pink trousers, a mauve shirt. Yeah, looking hot and fashionable at the same time. And she's throwing items at Superman because she can't love him. That was quite a good story as well, actually. I quite like that story. I thought it was a decent tale. I think I messaged Shebab and said, "Oh, well, if you considered doing a look at 109 for one of your videos," and I think she will. She mentioned she's got thinking of doing a new video series called "At Your Command" or something like that, or by request or something. She should change it to at reader's demand or something like that. When I used to say on the front covers of the comics, it used to say at the reader's demand, didn't it? At reader's demand, aliens from the planet Zarquan kidnap Lois Lane's puppy, or that kind of daftness. I think that made a good idea. At reader's demand. I think that was the phrase I used to say. Is Superman falling for her? Fawn, come back! Don't run away from me like this. Yeah. Lois looking gorgeous again. Very smart, very Avengers-esque, like the Avengers TV show, not the Marvel comic. Looking like Mrs. Peel or Purdy. Beautiful, beautiful. Another nifty costume in this one. Superman, my sister Lucy, her parachute won't open, and I can't possibly get there in time. What can I do? Only vaguely shows you what actually happens in the story. There's no point does he say, "Oh, I won't be able to get to her." He immediately saves her with a mixture of heat vision and super breath. So that's just there to get you to buy the comic. You sneaky devils, DC. Is it possible that you're not represented on the cover what accurately is portrayed within the book? I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked. This is a good one as well. This big tubby clown somehow has become irresistible to women. I'm jealous of that big tubby clown. Okay, Dingle, why are Lois and the other girls flipping out over you? Why? That's my secret, Superman. Look at this blonde girl in the orange costume. She's so zoned out. She's so loved out by Dingle. She's fallen in a swoon. And the other lady's catching her. There was a black character introduced in the story that I've just read, actually. What was her name? I think it could be her. Oh, what's her name? I've only read it the other day. Today, in fact. Oh, this one was sent to me by Jambo. I actually had this one before, but Jambo sent me a copy, and I was like, well, sorry, I think I put the other one in my, either to sell, or I might have given it away as a... I don't think I gave it away to Simple Simon. I can't remember now, and I don't think I did. This one I just read recently as well. Lois killed on our honeymoon, and it's all my fault. Yeah, more super shenanigans. I'm Superman's girlfriend, but there's only one... Let's start again. I'm Superman's girlfriend, but there's only time to save one of us. Which one? Again, slightly not representative of what happens. I think she does say that, but obviously he manages to save both of them. He goes into the... It's a bit silly. He goes into the quicksand, gets stuck. How can he get stuck in the quicksand? He should be able to fly out of it, no problem. But then he uses his heat vision to scare the snake off. So... while he's stuck in the quicksand. Spoiler alert. Sorry about that. Who are the real Lois Lane and Superman? Choose carefully. One pair will be destroyed in the thrilling, stolen 10 million lives. Now I know why Superman's marrying Wonder Woman instead of me. She just saved my life. They're a super team. Practically every story, well, not every story, but many stories where Lois Lane thinks Superman's going off with another woman turn out to him knowing that villains are after killing him and they're going to take it out on his girlfriend, so he pretends he's got a different girlfriend for a while so Lois is safe. Or he replaces Lois with a robot, that kind of thing. I think this might be the last one. Actually, I think this is the very last one. Another one Jambo sent me. Lois Lane is the sole passenger on the wildest ride in history in the stolen subway. And this was another crazy story about aliens who were dinosaurs who'd sent their people out to all different planets, I think 2 by 2 in an arc kind of way, and they come back to Earth to try and find their people they put on the, and they said that was a long time ago and they all died off kind of thing. But in the process of doing that, they literally scared some poor bloke to death before they took Lois. And I was just like, I don't know, I just saw that character just killed off like that. And he had a girlfriend who was like, oh my God, what's happened to Larry, or whatever his name was. And I was just like, oh poor people. Just throw away characters, just invented just to be killed. And his totally invented girlfriend to become, single with her loved one dead. Well, this was quite a dark Lois Lane story, kind of like a gritty kind of one, which is investigating missing children. It gives you some facts and figures and that, but there's no kind of, not much of a resolution. It carries on happening. How can there be resolution? The kids are always still going missing. Scary stuff. Right, now we move on to my Superboy. This is going to be my oldest Superboy ones. So this is 102. I've kind of fallen in love with these Fault Monsters. I want to try and get all the Fault Monster covers that I can. I know there's a few of them. Not masses, but I'd like to get all the Fault Monsters that I can. I think there's a Ghost Fault Monster and a Supergirl comic. My super strength is useless against this Fault Monster I once encountered on Krypton, and judging by the picture on his head screen, I'm to be his next meal. It's awfully decent of them to let you know what they're going to do, isn't it? The Atomic Superboy. Oh man, amazing. Superboy, I'm sorry I asked you to swallow those 2 new chemicals so we can observe the reaction in your stomach. It's caused an atomic explosion. Every time you breathe, you will emit nuclear fire. Well, that's a blow. Isn't that a bugger? They just hate you when that happens. It's got 3 date stamps on it as well. This one's got bloody pen and all kind of on it. But it's Krypto and Superboy fighting each other. You dumb mutt, don't you know I'm invulnerable? You can't hurt me. And now I'm going to give you the lesson of your life. Suddenly I hate my master Superboy. I wish I could tear him apart. Heavy stuff. Actually, I'm going to cut this into 2, I think, because I'm worried about I'm cooking some dinner, and I just thought it might end up bloody well getting burnt if I'm not careful. This one I saw going in the comic shop for probably the most expensive that I paid for one of these comics, actually. But it's in the best nick, to be honest. It's in very good nick. And I just fell in love with it. The Go-Go checks, Lana Lang turned into Insect Queen or something. Handsome Boy turned into Wasp Boy. Keep away from my hive, human, or B-Boy will sting you to death. Fantastic, since Lana became the Insect Queen, she's lost all memory of me as Superboy in her past life. The 7 insect lives of Lana Lang, and introducing B-Boy. Oh man, that's just, that's the right kind of crazy, that is. Super Baby, helping a tiger to escape. Me let you out of cage, kitty, so me can play with you. Great guns, Martha. Our son has openly displayed his powers. Now everyone knows he's super. Run, everybody. Tiger loose. And on the back, Clark, I was right. You are Superboy. This is a big convoluted one where Lana's trying to prove that he's Superboy, and he uses some bizarre means to make her not think he's Superboy. This is my birthday book from September 1969. Superboy, nice old Superboy comic. We're innocent. What kind of son would put his own parents in jail? Good question. Needless to say, there's a good reason. There you go. Superboy, you're the one who's melting us into nothing. Oh dear. That's not good. Oops, that'll do for today, because the rest of them I've got the New Adventures of Superboy. Oh, I've got some Supergirl in the back as well, I forgot about those. So I'll go through the other half of the box tomorrow. Yeah, Continuation of the whinge from yesterday. Yesterday, the only people who commented were people who don't make their own content. So none of the other people who make content that I comment on their videos actually watched any of my videos. So not yesterday anyway. But I don't know. I suppose everyone's busy. But it's annoying though. You think you'd get bigger and you get more comments as you get. Been doing it longer, but it just don't happen. I think everyone's just more interested in getting comments on their own channels. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Oh, sugar, I was going to shout out a small channel. Bugger, I think it was called Double A Comics. Double A Comics, something like that. I'll put the link in the corner anyway and down below. Go and set them up. Actually, no, I'm going to look that one up actually tomorrow. I remember now, the one I was going to shout out today was called NerdyFather. I think it's NerdyFather. And he does like how-to videos so far. Very, very new to the community. I can't remember if he's got over 50 or still under 50 on the subs. But I'll put his link up here and down there. And I'll shout out the other one tomorrow properly when I can remember the name. Anyway, cheers for watching. I'm out of here. And until tomorrow, till next time, may all your news be good news. Go sub NerdyFather. The link is in the corner. Go and sub him now. Why are you still here? Why aren't you subbing him? Go now!